No losses, I don't do lipo. A few screws loose in the head, I'm a psycho. Promise you the bar, just as real as the bite though. Misunderstood, you could call me a typo. I shine hotter than the stars in the night though. Hate the who's, don't give me a title. Flipping an asset, so I don't worry the price though. Got scratched like Vino, leave it to the tribal. I ain't even trying to try though. But I can do this with my eyes closed. Never got nothing on my goals. My girl ain't plastic, she don't even recycle. All these kids just wanna be idols. All these kids just wanna be rival. I need something way more than viral. I need something way more than viral. Gotta be something way more than idol. Be careful not to get too close, I might just go. Might just go.
A bomb in the room, blow up the spot, everybody gotta move. Life or death, everybody gotta choose. Life or death, not everybody gotta lose. I hear the talking, I just keep quiet. Learn to speak silent, don't yearn for violence. Was a little man, I turned into a giant. I changed the climate, every room that I'm in. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the baddest son of them all? Popping like I'm Adderall, bouncing like a basketball. Mirror, mirror on the wall.
Basically, I'm just buying time to allow some of y'all to get up in here because I don't see enough people waiting for this live to start. So we just gonna sit right here and we just gonna wait for a couple more girls to come up in here. It's Justin Diego back with another Bingeworthy video, and I am so happy that you guys decided to join me tonight for this live video. And I hope y'all are ready because we have got so much to talk about. Now, before we get started sipping this tea, go ahead and like this video, click that subscribe button, and you already know you want to hit that bell button so you officially join me and my binge watchers and are first to get updates about binge-worthy videos like this. Hello guys. I'm excited to be back here tonight, just one day after the iconic live from yesterday. If you guys are happy to be here and if you can hear me loud and clear, please flood the chat with purple hearts so that I know that I am not here all by myself and that y'all can definitely hear me. Hello, shout out to Bree. She says, Bingeworthy, you mad at me? You got to tell me why you mad. Philip says, Mississippi in the house. Everyone's saying hello. Someone said we need at least 666 people in here to start. I'm not finna play with you. Stephanie says, disgusting shoes ever. I'm seeing the purple hearts. Shout out. I love the purple hearts. Shout out to everybody with their purple hearts. Baton Rouge in the house. Hello, Baton Rouge. Someone say hello. Love, just need to hear your voice. Do not really watch too many music videos. Well, I'm happy to be, sharing my voice for this topic. More purple hearts. Shout out to y'all and these purple hearts. I guess y'all can hear me loud and clear. Captured by Cam said ATL in the building. I know that's right. I miss ATL so much. Hello, Latoya. She said, hey, best friend, with the kissy heart emojis. Hey, girl, I see you. More purple hearts. Oh, all these purple hearts make me want to, just end the live. I'm that happy already. Somebody say, yes, queen. Trinidad in the house, Mississippi. A lot of Mississippi people in the house. The sip on deck. Right. I am so excited and I'm happy that you guys are here. We are having a Lil Nas X open discussion tonight and I'm really excited to get to talk about this topic with you. I got a lot of positive feedback and a lot of side eye for the video I did yesterday. So if y'all have been following this story, you know that it is far from over. And people are still talking about Lil Nas X. And I just want to make sure that I keep this conversation going. Cassandra said, I just said that. You just said what, girl? Dallas, Texas in the house. Charlotte in the house. Hello, hello, hello. All right, I'm going to go ahead and open up the lines for you guys to click the link that I just pasted in the chat. If you want to be a part of this conversation, the best part for me is always when I get to talk to you guys, because y'all know that I don't go live that often, and I never really have a chance to talk to you guys in person. So this is the best that we can do until things get back to normal. But I'm excited. So click that link in the description and be sure to use your phone, your computer, whatever you want. You don't have to be on camera. You can just use your emoji or your profile picture like I'm doing, because this is a podcast style video tonight. So don't be shy, and I can't wait to get this conversation started. Stephanie says, I love Justin's commentary. Thank you. I appreciate that. I think we got a lot of people in here already. Cassandra says, he is a marketing genius. Right. I think so too. Definitely be sure to like this video. We're only at about 40 likes. We got 7 dislikes already. I ain't even said nothing. How am I at 7 dislikes? I need y'all to counter those dislikes with some likes so YouTube don't kick me off the platform. Not drop it low for Lucifer. I'm not gonna play with y'all. Before I get started in going over everything that has been updated, today in the blogs and on the news, I'm going to do a quick recap of what we talked about yesterday. Yesterday, we talked about just the overall outrage for Lil Nas X's music video for his song called Monero, Call Me By Your Name. We didn't know, or at least I didn't know, that was Lil Nas X's name. So it was really cool to get to see that side of him and to learn that about him. And we talked about him releasing his statements, pretty much saying, like, I know y'all mad. I want y'all to be mad, because when he was 14 years old, he really struggled with his sexual identity. So he felt like releasing this song was, in a way, him taking back the narrative and him kind of just freeing himself from all of that hate. And you guys know, if you watch my live video yesterday, I talked about how I can relate to him kind of growing up, because I was raised in the South, and y'all know about that Bible Belt. When my family found out that I was, holding my hand a certain way and switching it up and wearing my sister's little hair, they definitely checked me and told me that I needed to straighten up, because I was going to hell. So I'm right there with you, Lil Nas X. And I understand the imagery of this video. So he said that I spent my entire teenage years hating myself because of the S y'all preach what happened to me because I was gay. So I hope you are mad. Stay mad. Feel the same anger you teach us to have towards ourselves. And if you guys have friends in the LGBT community, especially Black friends in the LGBT community, you know that that's something that we, have dealt with, probably since we first started having any feelings before we even knew what gay was. So most of us can relate. Now, I'm not saying that I condone the message. All I'm doing is reporting on the news. And you guys know that we went on to talk about how people were outraged and they just felt like him doing the song and the video was cute, but he took it a little too far when he released these shoes. And we talked about the fact that the shoes were, not exactly Nike shoes, but they were Nike Air Max 97s that were customized from a third-party company called MSCHF, I believe. And I believe that that is like a cool way for them to spell out mischief. So yeah, we talked about how there would be 666 pairs individually numbered, and we talked about how those would be released today. Well, right on schedule, the shoes were released and they sold out within 1 minute, y'all. It didn't even take them 666 seconds. It took them just 1 minute to to sell out. And I thought that was, even though the shoe is scandalous, I thought it was interesting. And like my friends were asking me, who is buying this shoe? So comment in the chat right now and let me know, who do y'all feel like was buying these shoes? Do you feel like it was people who wanted to just get the shoes in their hands so they can make videos about it? Or do you feel like people really out here supporting Satan on that level like that? Definitely let me know in the chat. Let me look at some of these comments. Tell me who y'all thought brought these shoes, because they sold 665 pairs of these shoes in less than 1 minute. Someone says he crushed everyone with that statement, right? Purple Nemo says Jesus loves you, Lil Nas. Yes. Y'all not telling me who y'all thought brought these shoes. Michelle ATL Brown said resellers. Yeah, because y'all know that those shoes gonna sell for probably $5,000 a pair. Atheists brought the shoes. The LGBT community brought it. I don't know about that one, but you know, a lot of us are supporting our little brother Lil Nas X, so you might be right. Supporters brought the shoes, his loyal fans. Mika said, obviously Miley Cyrus. You think Miley Cyrus brought all 665 pairs? Someone says Lady Gaga brought some. And thank you so much, Brian Henderson, for the $5 super chat. I'm sorry, the $5 cash app. I appreciate that support. Crazy people brought it. Satan's children were buying the shoes. Cloud chasers, rich folks. Yeah, we don't know who brought the shoes, but I know as soon as they start shipping out, we're going to see a lot of these videos online. And we won't have to know wonder for long who brought these shoes. But if you guys have been reading the headlines, you know that Lil Nas X is facing a lawsuit. Like literally, well, not necessarily Lil Nas X, but Nike sued the designer of the shoes, because even though we know that the shoes weren't from Nike, a lot of people were upset with Nike yesterday because they don't know how to read, and they were just assuming that Lil Nas X had this deal from Nike, and they were pissed. And you know, I just felt like when I saw on Facebook and when I was reading on Twitter and Instagram, the people mad at Nike, I was like, do y'all know how to read? Do y'all not understand that this has nothing to do with Nike? But Nike was fed up and they sent a cease and desist, and they went ahead and started filing that paperwork right away. And I want to get a little bit into this article that I read from the Rolling Stone. They say Nike has filed a lawsuit against MSCHF, the art collective that designed Lil Nas X's Satan shoes, which went on sale Monday, March 29th. In the lawsuit obtained by Rolling Stone, Nike said that the Satan shoe was made without the company's approval or authorization. It adds that the shoe is likely to cause confusion and dilution and create erroneous association between MSCHF's products and Nike, and that the shoe has already caused significant harm to Nike's goodwill, including among customers who believe that Nike is endorsing Satanism. And y'all know that they are not lying about that. And we deal with trademark issues a lot as creators here on YouTube. And most of the time, companies are doing the most. But I feel like if there was any time that a company had the right to really go after someone, this is probably the time, because there was a lot of confusion, and that's exactly what trademarks are there for. So you can do this, because if they didn't have a trademark, anybody could just be putting their name with Satan and every other thing. My good sis said, I just want to know who played the devil. He got a whole show. Somebody said, I'm guilty of that. I thought it was Nike too. Yeah, a lot of people thought it was Nike. And Elizabeth says he's still trolling them. Yeah, he's definitely still trolling Nike. And that's the thing that I was talking about yesterday. It's kind of ridiculous for people to be mad at Lil Nas X because he really don't care. He just out here trolling. So I want to get right into Lil Nas X's tweet talking about me after the Nike lawsuit. And it was basically Squidward from SpongeBob asking for loose change, basically saying he gonna be out of money just trying to promote these shoes. And I thought that was like so on brand for him. Literally everything that's happening has been on brand for Lil Nas X, and this rollout has been so iconic. How did you guys feel about Lil Nas X trolling even harder? And speaking of trolling, Lil Nas X kept trolling basically all day promoting this song, and each time he tweeted, I feel like everything, all the numbers went up higher and higher. He retweeted this post where somebody says, God will have the last word when it comes to Lil Nas X. And that is all I have to say about this. And he tweeted Guy texting him talking about, you good little bro, these ninjas overreacting, LOL. And I thought it was so funny. It's like nothing that we can do to get to Lil Nas X. And that's why a lot of us really stand. He also tweeted, I had 9 months to plan this rollout. Y'all are not going to win, bro. And I agree. I just feel like a lot of people are thinking he just up and made the video last week. No. If you follow Lil Nas X, you know he's been teasing this video being scandalous for almost a year now. He posted a snippet of Call Me By Your Name last June. So this song has been done for a really long time. It was just a matter of time before they rolled everything out. And I thought that it was funny that later Lil Nas X even hopped on Twitter to troll even more about this lawsuit, letting the world know like he is really not shaken up at all.
Hello there, Your Honor. I want to say I'm sorry.
Hey, hold on, this shit ain't funny. It ain't funny, but it is.
For the things I've done, and I try and be stronger. In this life I chose, but I want you to know that door I closed. In Your Honor, I'm sorry, 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 sorry.
No, my bad.
That door I closed. In Your Honor, I'm sorry, 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 sorry. To my mother, I'm sorry, 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 sorry.
Yeah, I just think that it's so iconic. So I'm going to go ahead and start taking our first calls. Let's see. Hello? Hello, Jaleesa,
Hello?
can you hear me?
Oh, wow, I didn't think I'd get through. How you doing?
I'm well, how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm so glad to be talking to you. So my opinion on the Nas X thing is I think this is just what the next generation does. Every generation outdoes the last. Lil Kim had one city and the whole world lost their mind at that award show when I was a kid, and now you gotta do a lap dance on stage.
Right. So you feel like you're not really you're not really taking it too deep. It's just, it is what it is, and people got to relax.
Honestly, yeah, he's a kid. He's 22. Like, we know the things we did when we were 22. We were nobody's Lil Nas X. You know what I'm saying? So we did our dirt in the dark. We may not have did a CGI gay alien kiss, but we did things we ain't want nobody to know about. You just grow out of it. Like, he's getting his coin for doing the dumb shit.
Right. And it's like the more people are outraged and talking about it, the more they're helping his cause.
I could not agree more. It's like you being mad is only helping him. You all this Twitter rage, all this. Honestly, I haven't heard nothing from him besides Old Town Road. Had y'all not been mad, I'd have never heard this song.
Right. I said that yesterday. Like, I don't know if you guys know who Angela Stanton is, but she always goes hard against gay anything. And she kept posting about this video and about how they were using him to push this gay agenda and how they want to clear out Black people by using Lil Nas X to promote homosexuality. And I was like, okay, girl, you are doing the most. So eventually she made me watch the video, and I never really would have watched it if she would have just shut up.
I think we all in the same boat. If y'all shut the hell up, it will get nothing. Bye. Like this song and Old Town Road is the only two songs I know by Lil Nas X. But no Tino said I was trying to get my fingers on them shoes so I can resell them.
I'm not saying that I was trying to get a pair, but I might have wanted to do a video about them.
I mean, low key.
Thanks for calling. I appreciate you joining the conversation. I'll see you in the chat.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I see you in here twice. Hello?
Hey.
Hey, I see you in here twice. You having issues?
I was trying to get a profile picture up.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm a big fan of yours.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you.
So people are talking about the song. I love the song.
Right.
And the video. I was there when the live broadcast for it to be premiered. I was there.
Oh, okay. So do you understand why people are outraged at all?
I do. I'm gay myself, so I totally understand it. And people are gonna be mad whether you put out a song without Satan in it, or they're always gonna think something is up with the Illuminati, because I'm a huge Beyonce fan and I hear it all the time. Beyonce's in the Illuminati, this person is in the Illuminati, so they're always gonna talk about something. Even because Lil Nas X said it himself, he was on top of everybody. He knew that people were gonna make the song about the devil or something like that, so that's why he put that in the video.
Right. Yeah. And I definitely completely understand. And like I said earlier, and we talked about this yesterday, like he planned this whole thing out and it's just like people just fell right for it. And I feel like people are deflecting from the fact that they've been banishing gays to hell for all these years. So why y'all mad?
Exactly.
He owned it. Y'all should just finally be happy that he can own it. But people just mad because he's not, I guess, depressed about it anymore.
Exactly. And I was reading one of his tweets the other day, and it said that he's trying to stay strong, but it's starting to get to him about the whole backlash thing. And I kind of felt bad when he said that.
But you know he was trolling, right?
Oh, I didn't know. I just thought I'm thinking like he's really starting to feel bad about that. We're not feeling bad, but like his emotions is getting to him, and like all these people are coming at him, because I'm sure it's a lot of people coming at him.
Yeah, I added it to the stream. He said, "I'll be honest, all this backlash is putting an emotional toll on me.
Yeah,
I tried to cover it up with humor, but it's getting hard. My anxiety is higher than ever, and stream call me by your name on all platforms now." So I feel like he was trolling. He knows that people want him to feel bad. So it's like, okay, let me give them this tweet. They gonna retweet it. But yeah, by the way, stream call me by your name.
I thought that little part was hilarious. And then when I saw that Miley Cyrus brought the shoes, I'm like, okay, so this is really going somewhere. The shoes, like,
oh,
I
wait,
didn't even.
So she actually brought the shoes?
Yeah, I seen a picture of her. She posted it. I think it was yesterday. It was like 3 pictures she posted.
Oh, I thought somebody was just throwing shade in the chat.
Nah, she really bought them. And somebody said that Lady Gaga bought them. I don't know if she actually bought them or not.
Oh, so was there more than 666 pairs, or was there only 5 pairs left after they went live, and that's why they sold out?
I have no idea. I didn't even notice the shoes in the video until he actually started talking about the shoes.
Right. Yeah. The shoes were kind of a secret. Like some page tweeted about it, and then it just went viral after that. I hadn't seen him publicly acknowledge the shoes until he made the troll video on his YouTube channel apologizing, but directing people back to call me by your name.
Right, exactly. Well, I feel like the song is going to go #1 because of all of this. I'm hoping it goes #1.
Yeah, me too, because the song is such a bop. I felt like people should be more outraged by the lyrics of him talking about doing cocaine than anything. Like,
no,
nobody cared about that.
I was on Genius today, and I was watching him explain the lyrics, and he said it was a guy that a guy invited him over to his house, and the guy had cocaine and drinks. So he didn't, and he said he didn't do the cocaine; he only drank. So it wasn't the cocaine that he was doing; he was just drinking and stuff. He was just there to party.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, I got a little understanding on the song because I wanted to know what it was really. I wanted to know what it was really about too. So I kind of just looked it up.
Right. There's people in the chat saying, what was James Charles doing? I was petty and I included James Charles thirsty behind in that screenshot because he needs to leave our Black Kings alone. Go over there with them shrimps and everybody else that y'all have had. Go chase after Lance Bass. Let us have Lil Nas X.
I don't even like James Charles. I don't follow him at all.
Bye, sister.
I didn't even know.
Well, thank you for calling in, Tony. I'll see you in the chat. I want to get through some more of these calls.
Okay, nice to talk to you.
Nice chatting with you. Thanks for calling.
No problem.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, let me read some comments. Thank you guys so much for sticking with us. We are up to 107 likes. Let's continue to get those numbers up because it helps YouTube to know that you guys appreciate content like this. And, you know, it helps me to be able to pay the bills and continue to do what I do here for all of us. So definitely show some love. Tweezy in the house, talking about, hey, Bingeworthy. Shout out to you. Someone says, love their friendship. Whose friendship? Oh, James Charles and Lil Nas. Cool. And I want to say thank you to a team. I don't know how to say your name, but thank you for the $5 super chat and a T-Nuke. I'm not sure how to say it, but I appreciate, I'm sorry, the $5 Cash App. And thank you guys to everyone who is supporting the channel by sending me Cash Apps. I really appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and take some more calls. Hello?
Hello, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing good. I love your videos, sweetie.
Thank you so much. This is different for me, right?
Yeah, it is. I've watched your videos. You usually don't go on live because I'm actually starting my channel as well. I have a YouTube channel, but I didn't I did not see anything wrong with the video. Because in a matter of fact, if you actually go on TikTok, you have a lot of people breaking down that video. A lot of people was up in arms because of religion, but there's this one black, she's a black TikTok creator. She actually broke it down because if you look at some of the sceneries, and she broke it down to where it's actually, her interpretation was from Greek mythology.
That's interesting. I have to take a look at that because I saw somebody translated the Greek, I guess, statement he had on the tree, but I still was confused. So I would like to
basically him sliding down the pole in Greek mythology. For you to go into the underworld, you have to cross by a boat. But the interpretation, the only difference is with Lil Nas X video is he's sliding down a pole to the devil. And then, you know, the 3 judgments where he's standing being judged. And so I didn't see anything wrong with the video. It was I thought it was very articulate, but he is the queen. He is the king of trolls. And as far as the shoes, I don't even know. It's like people gonna be mad. Today's society, everybody is extremely sensitive because I'm like, when you're so sensitive to the point to where you want to cancel cartoon characters and other stuff, we got we have to do better. Because I'm like,
we have to reevaluate everything because
because you're canceling Pepe Le Pew, and I'm like, what? But with Lil Nas X, I'm like, I love the video, and I keep getting the hook of the chorus of the song is still stuck in my mind. So it's a catchy tune. So he knew what he was doing. Like you said, he was going through. This was being planned out for 9 months. So I think the reason why it took so long for it to be put out is because the CGI effects in the videos. So God only knows what his budget was for that video. It's when you're dealing with tech like CGI, it takes a while for them to, to edit all that. So I like the video. I'm not mad at it, but people want to be mad.
How'd you feel about, do you follow him on Twitter or do you see any of his tweets?
I don't think I follow him on Twitter, but I have seen some of his tweets. I'm like, let him, like he said, let him be mad. Because his interpretation when I watched your live yesterday, and through the comments he made after the video dropped, this was about him when he was a teenager, on how he felt about his, confused about his sexuality. And then that's how exactly what, the so-called Christian community throws at you. But, nobody, not to get into religious, but nobody's sin is worse than anyone. And the Bible doesn't talk about homosexuality. It refers to pedophilia, not homosexuality. So, and
I know a lot of pastors took an opportunity to really use this as a topic. I think it would have been a great opportunity to, as a church, address this whole condemning gays to hell situation.
Exactly.
And say, hey, like, this is a topic of discussion. Maybe we didn't know that this tormented the gay community, so much to the point that he would need this message to get out. I think it's easy to be like, oh, see, they love the devil. And it's like, he don't love the devil. Like, I can promise y'all, all 200 of y'all in here listening, I've never went to a seance. I've never danced around a circle trying to twerk on the devil. But like I said yesterday, we just trying to be able to live our life without requiring permission from people anymore. That's all it is.
And here's another thing. Plus the Christian community, back in the days, kind of conditioned everybody's minds because like with the number 666, it gave a bad meaning. But it's not actually, if you actually educate yourself and do your research, you'll understand the actual meaning of 666, because it's actually the atoms, the protons, and I think another thing, to where it actually combined together, it's melanin. And then with the pentagram, that's taken out of context at all. As well. Same as if anybody did their research, especially religious research, you would know the swastika actually has been taken out of context and as well, because the swastika in ancient in the ancient times, the religious times, Sanskrit, it actually means contentment, and it's a positive symbol. But when you have somebody like Hitler that took it and used it and turned it into something negative, same way with the number 666, it was turned into something negative. Same way with the pentagram, it was turned into something negative.
Yeah, I understand that, all of these situations, I think as a Black community, we need to like sit down and reevaluate kind of the root of all of the things that we believe and trace it back to like who's asking us to believe these things. I was raised Christian, and I was heavily indoctrinated with Christianity. So I absolutely respect Christianity, and I think I have a pretty solid understanding of it. But I loved my opportunity as an adult to sit back and like challenge some of these beliefs and to learn new things that I never would have learned. So I can't really get into like what everything means and translates for sure. But more than anything, just take some time to look into everything. And if you're gonna be condemning people on something that you truly believed, ask yourself, do you truly know enough to believe in it? And then let's talk, let's chat. But thanks for calling in, Sandy Brown. I appreciate chatting with you. This is my first time talking to you.
Yes, it is. Thank you. I love your videos and keep up the great work.
Thank you so much. I'll see you in the chat.
All right, bye.
All right, I am having a good time with this conversation. Some people are asking, how do you call in? I've pasted the link in the chat. It's a StreamYard link. It's StreamYard.com, and you just click on that link. You can be on your phone, you can be on a computer, a tablet, anything. And it's really easy, really simple. All you do is give it permission to access your microphone and or your camera if you choose to be on camera. And it's that easy to join the conversation. While you are on, you can still watch the video. You'll be able to still see the link and continue to participate in the chat. So don't be shy to call in. I definitely want to be able to talk to you guys. All right, let me get back to some more calls. But before I do that, I want to talk more about this lawsuit really quickly. In the lawsuit, I do want to clarify that Nike isn't suing Lil Nas X. They're actually suing the MSCHF company, and representatives for Nike and MSCHF did not immediately return Rolling Stone's request to comment regarding the lawsuit, but a representative for Lil Nas X also did not return their request to comment. But I think that is important that we realize Lil Nas X is really not in trouble. He partnered with this other company, and if anybody's going to be in trouble, it's going to be him. And it's going to be them. And I thought that was really smart for him. They say that the Satan shoes are unofficial redesigns of Nike's trademark Air Max 97 sneakers. And in the lawsuit, they claim that despite the various modifications that were made to the shoe, including a mixture of red ink and a drop of human blood in the midsole, the shoes still promptly display the Nike swoosh logo, and that's what they have the right to protect in the court. So that's what their legal problems and their lawsuit will really be about. It's going to be that company using Nike's trademark and making a profit, and not only making a profit, causing people to want to boycott Nike. And y'all know they don't want that. They already had to deal with that on their own, so they don't want nobody else getting them in trouble. Nike also claims that making changes to the midsole may pose safety risks for consumers. And yeah, people were really concerned about them adding human blood to this shoe, which to me, it's not that serious. The red paint would have been enough, but adding human blood just complicated things. So yeah, I wanted to get that out before I get back to the discussion. Hello, Allie. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you. Oh my gosh, Justin.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you? You're awesome. First, let me say that.
Thank you so much. I'm doing well. This is a new type of conversation for me to be a part of, but I'm tired of talking about housewives all the time. I want to talk about some hot trending topics too.
But listen, you talk about the housewives so well, and you're so classy but shady. It's great. We love you in Toronto.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So this is a new format. I think it's dope. But I do have to say that Lil Nas, I just watched the video because I was like, what's going on? Huh? I'm too busy working. And so I looked at the video, and the thing that offends me the most is his baby hairs. I was expecting more. They weren't laid. How are they laid? Like, that shocked me. I'm like, you have all this budget for CGI, you got all this budget to be twerking down poles into the depths of hell, and your edges like they're looking like that. That's crazy. So that was one thing. But I feel like, on a serious note, I feel like there was a lot of symbolism there. And it's like him being a Black man, being gay, sharing parts of his lived experience, and being so public about it. I feel like he's saying, like, I'll be that devil, especially at the end when he takes Satan's crown and everything. I feel like there's a lot of martyr symbolism and stuff in there. So I, as a mother, am I gonna put this in front of my daughter and be like, hey, my love, like, yeah, could you get down that pole and start? No, but I get why he did it, and yeah, like, I'm not too surprised. It's 2021.
Right. Yeah, we when we talked about it yesterday, I had an interesting conversation with a mother, and she basically was saying, like, the song is a bop, and she couldn't wait to really have her daughter listen to it and they enjoy it together. But the video presented an opportunity for her to have a conversation with her daughter, but she doesn't know if she's ready to let her daughter see it. And I think that was good to hear, because I don't think people should put all of the responsibility in artists' hands. But at the same time, we also talked about he's targeted children a lot. He's gone out to schools to perform Old Town Road. So with that comes a certain responsibility for the audience that you work to get. So I think it'll be interesting to see where Lil Nas goes in his career. Will this just be like a standalone moment, or is he trying to get out of being for kids?
And that's the thing. Like, I think you touched on a huge discussion point. Like, is he not allowed to grow? He's 21. Like, I think I'm not like some spring chicken, but I'm not like out here using a cane. But I know there's a lot of growth that takes place between being a teenager into your adulthood. And I feel like he needs to be afforded that, that space to breathe and be creative. Mariah was burning crosses. Not Mariah. Sorry, let me take that back. What's her face? Madonna was burning crosses and doing all sorts of wild shit over 20 years ago. So it's like, when you think about where we're at and expression, I feel like he should be given a little bit of wiggle room. But as a mother, that's my cue to edit. That's my cue to censor. That's a part of parenting. And if your kids have access to look at it anyway, then you have to be prepared to have those discussions with them. So, because this is the world we're in.
Right. That's true.
Yeah, but
did you buy a pair of the shoes?
Oh, listen, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. There are many other things I would buy first about blood in people's shoes. Like, whose blood was that? Imagine somebody like constructing that shoe. Like, was it deliberate? Was it a vial? Like, where did it come from? Whose blood was it?
Right. And, was it tested before it comes spilling out on my ankle?
That's one thing I thought. I'm like, we're in like a whole pandemic. Did people forget that? Like, blood in people's shoes? Like, what?
Right.
Oh,
yeah, I believe that's what really took so long for this video to come out. It's like, okay, like, we're in a pandemic. How appropriate is this right now while people are actually, croaking out here? So I feel like as soon as they got the vaccines out, he was like, drop Call Me By Your Name, period.
Yeah, but the thing is, the song is good. That's what's crazy about it. I think
the song definitely cured my depression.
Visual, yeah, like, I think and this is, how do you feel about the song? Like, this is one thing I'll ask you. How do you feel about the song? Like, aside from the video, when you heard the song, what did it make you feel?
For me?
Yeah.
Are you asking me? I immediately was proud of him, number one, that the song, it continues that conversation that Old Town Road started. Because I know a lot of artists, they're at risk of being a one-hit wonder, probably more now than ever before. They have the challenge of creating a song that's TikTok worthy. They have the challenge of making a song where people actually want to dance to. And there's so many more metrics for them to hit. So I'm happy that the song was genuinely to me, just as exciting as Old Town Road was. It was a little problematic, like with some of the lyrics, but I feel like that's just music. Sometimes we hear music and it just tells a certain story and opens up our minds, and creates conversations. I was also proud of him because, like, as a Black gay man, I understand that journey that you have to take from, especially growing up Christian, to where it's like, okay, I have to hate myself in order to love Jesus Christ and this Christianity thing. And then there's that struggle. And a lot of us get depressed. A lot of us, go into the shell. And some people, unfortunately, don't survive that. So it was really powerful. And I was really excited that he acknowledged that struggle in a way. Now, that was before I saw the video. But video aside, I was happy of the journey of him even calling himself Montero, and like that, even that's a statement. This song is self-titled, and I'm not hiding anymore. I thought it was interesting.
I know, and that was something that stuck out to me. But another thing that was, like, I think hilarious with some of the bites that I've been seeing on YouTube, where he's like super catty, like he was about that life. When people are coming for the video, it was like he was really witty with his response, and he had no apologies. And I think that says a lot about where he's at, and he didn't have to get in the dirt to do it. So I think that's awesome. Yeah.
Right.
So,
like one of his things, somebody was pretty much addressing the child thing, and I thought it was interesting. He said, "I literally sang about lean and adultery in Old Town Road. You decided to let your child listen. Blame yourself."
and that's what I mean. Like, for you to be like, okay, well, if you're gonna come for me correct. Like, what are you talking about?
Right.
I'm not bringing something out of my comfort zone. Yes, he does cater to children, in, I guess, because they liked his song, right? It was catchy.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like he needs to be given space to grow and do his thing. I'm not going to be dressing up as any of the characters, because that's a whole lot of work that was featured in his video. Like, I know that's probably going to inspire a whole segment of things during Halloween. I'm positive, but I feel like he's allowed to live.
Right. Well, thank you so much for calling. I really enjoyed talking with you. I'll see you.
You're amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, see you. You're great. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello? Hello, Tweezy?
Oh, it's me. I'm in the building. I didn't even know you added me. But let's talk about it, because you already know I got a lot of shit to say.
Go ahead.
Well, how are you doing today, Bingeworthy?
I'm doing well. I'm mad that I didn't get to buy a pair of these shoes so I can make a video about it for y'all.
Did they already come out?
Yeah, they came out
and
they sold out within a minute.
Wow, that's like a supreme release.
Right, but Lil Nas X did tweet that people can, I guess, enter a drawing to where they could win the 666th pair. So that'll be interesting.
I think, okay, so I mean, it is, I feel like everything that, artists do, it's a pro and a con behind it. Now, the song is catchy. Now, I'm not going to say that because the song is catchy. Now, when I saw the video, I was like, this nigga is tripping, because I just felt like, with somebody who has a lot of influence, like, you should use your influence, like, to really, generate a, like, you should just do it. You should just use it to, like, really benefit others, to be honest. But, everybody using it in their own way. Now, I think it is a double standard, because people will be like, yeah, I won't let my child listen to that, but y'all let y'all child listen to wet ass pussy. And y'all children sing.
I can't even listen to the explicit version of that song. I had to get the censored version.
Exactly. Like, I literally played Don't Stop, and that was by Megan. I literally played that in the office the other day. And, one of my coworkers is like, I feel assaulted, like you have to turn it off. And I'm just like, I mean, I guess because I listen to whatever kind of music, I'm a grown person. So like I listen to whatever kind of music I want to. So people
Mm-hmm.
say, I mean, I just feel like if I listen to whatever I want to listen to, that's a norm for me. So if I'm listening to the Migos, I'm listening to Future, like Lil Baby, whatever. Like that's the norm to me. So when I actually had to step myself outside of my norm and be like, okay, well, if this girl said I got a stink ass walk and a reckless ass mouth and pussy this, pussy that, that is literally the norm for, you know, most urban people and things like that. So to me, outside looking in, I'm like, this is normal to me. But like somebody was saying they're assaulted, I'm like, you going a little too far saying that you assaulted by some fucking music. Now, but I just feel like his visual would just, it could have just been a different visual. Like I understand, but I feel like the Illuminati and all that stuff is just clear as day. Like it's not necessarily demon worshippers. It may be like, I feel like it's maybe like a cult, and you know they have to fulfill different rituals and they do these different visuals, because if you think about it, that's not Lil Nas' idea. Like he definitely worked on it, but it was a whole team behind him that came up with this whole idea to, you know, spark this controversial issue that people have with the visual, because I don't think it's nothing wrong with the song. Like the song is okay, and after you listen to it enough, it's catchy. So like you'll find yourself just singing it throughout the day, like call me what you love, call me what you need. You know, like it's a catchy, so it rings in the back of your mind. Like if you look at the video enough. I just think the influence in like the visual is very like demonic, and it was dark. And you know, I read energies, and you know, he's young, so I don't think he really knows like I don't think he really cares what he's doing when you put yourself in that kind of energy, you know.
Yeah. Well, I understand. I remember now. You when I posted it on my story, you didn't like you didn't like it. So yeah, I understand. Some people, you know, will feel some kind of way about it. And you said earlier that you feel like it's his job to, you know, I guess care about other people's perspective and not really have his own journey as an artist. Did I get that correct?
No, no, no. I don't like he should definitely have his own journey as an artist. I just think like when you have influence, and when you are black and you have influence, you should just use that. I feel like, and that's just me personally, I feel like you should use that influence to, you know, inspire and really, you know, impact, you know, the younger generation, because they're so easily like they easily persuaded, you know.
Right.
And I just feel like him with a large following, you just gotta have like, if you stand up for stuff, like just stand up for stuff. But like ultimately, I feel like he is very witty and smart, you know. So some of his clapbacks, you know, I was totally behind the clapbacks, you know, like the video, I don't care for the video, but and the visual, but his clapbacks was definitely things that needed to be said. Like, yeah, like that video is like, it's whatever. Like it's like everybody else has other videos. You got Chris Brown with the demonic eyes. I mean, it's a lot of leaders within within music who has demonic videos. So let's not get it twisted. Like Beyonce videos are just as demonic. It's just not as you know, she not just sitting on she's not sitting on another woman's lap. You know what I mean? But I mean, in the Cardi B video, she was kissing another girl, and nobody made it a big fuss about her kissing another girl, like literally tongue in the mouth. You know, so I
Right.
feel like it is a double standard when it comes to like, you know, certain things. But let me go back to one of my sources where he spoke on, like he said something about slavery and stuff like that, and saying like that's a bigger issue, and y'all have nothing to say about that. But
Yeah, I remember.
y'all are giving him the most slack about his video.
Yeah, I remember that
And I
tweet.
thought,
Basically, he was saying like people are saying like his issue is such a problem as if stuff like that those things didn't happen. But yeah, I understand and I appreciate you calling in. This is your first time joining live, so I appreciate you calling.
yeah, this is actually pretty cool. I didn't even know stuff like this could happen. I think this is actually really you can interact with people, and give people a choice to let their opinions be heard, or whatever. He said, oh, I found a tweet. It says, y'all saying a gay nigga twerking on a CGI Satan is the end of times, like slavery and the Holocaust didn't happen. And technically, I feel like slavery is still happening. But
I
we won't have to
understand.
get into something that deep because that's a whole another topic. But
Yeah, and
yeah,
we trying to stay monetized over here, so that's why I didn't want to read what the
yes.
tweet actually says.
Oh, don't kill me about that. But you know
No
what?
problem.
Like he also spoke about, just mass shootings that happen in the government and they don't do nothing about it, and then y'all all make this big fuss about the video and the Satan shoes or whatever. And just like the other lady spoke earlier, like 666 is not like that was taught to people that this is demonic, and 666 means that you're the devil and da da da. Like 666 numerology also actually means that you should just stop and pay attention. Like that's what 666 really means. Like is for you to actually stop and look at what's going on right now and either choose to see like if what you're doing right now, like whenever you see 666, you're supposed to look at whatever you're doing and see if that is the right decision. Like if that's if your intuition is speaking to you, that's what you're supposed to stop and figure out. Like, is the
Mhm.
decision you're about to make is the right decision you're
Okay.
gonna make? Like that's
Okay.
not
Well,
the
thank you.
devil worshippers.
Right. Thank you for calling in. I want to get to some more callers, but I appreciate you calling and sharing your perspective.
Oh, thank you. I'll be in touch.
All right. Bye bye. All right. Y'all trying to get me snatched off YouTube, going into other topics. But I know y'all don't mean any harm, but YouTube can be a very sensitive place. So when I choose topics like this, I try to navigate the conversation in a way that YouTube has told me I'm allowed to. So please listen for hints whenever we have a conversation. And if I steer away from something, it's because it's not YouTube friendly. So we can't be talking about everything here on YouTube. But I understand that you guys don't mean no harm, so it's nothing. Hello, Miss Lakers. How are you?
Hi, Justin. How are you?
I'm well. I'm sorry you didn't get to come on yesterday. I saw you were trying.
I know you said you was about to go, so I just came out the chat. So yeah, I'm on tonight without the kids.
Tell me how you feeling.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm
But
well.
I just want to say, I think okay, I'm gonna talk about several little different things about it. Like I was born like in the 60s, okay? So when we was coming up, there was no kissing on TV, it was no laying in the same bed on television, no cursing, none of that stuff. So I think like
Mhm.
people like born back in like our time, my time and older, they like the ones that, real religious people. And I'm a Christian. I grew up one and still just one. But the only problem they have with this is that he's a gay man. Okay. Didn't one year Nicki Minaj did something with the Pope and the Roman something at a award show or something? And it's been several people that done things that like heavy metal does demon, devil or demon videos and, have that
Mhm.
kind of stuff in their music, So I think the only thing that was about it that he's a gay man and, the way he was dressed, they had a problem with that. But I'm like, he slayed walking in those them heels though, that, got to give him that part. But
Right.
if it would have been a woman and maybe even a straight man and not in that same dressing, but in that same video setting, I think they wouldn't have said nothing about it. I think the only reason why they said something about it because like he's a gay man, you know. And
Mhm.
I grew up and I have like three gay males that's like we grew up together as kids and they actually got married, had children because they had to hide themselves back then, and didn't come out. So they have, kids now, but they came out within the like last 20 years or so. Okay. But coming up, they had to hide who they were. They had to go ahead and marry, because it wasn't acceptable, and they had children and stuff, so they was not living their truth, back then. But when it came acceptable, a little bit more, they start living their truth. And so I can understand where he said now he's not hiding himself anymore. What I'm saying? Like he had to do when he was 14 years old, because we was raised religiously that if you was like practice homosexuality, that you would go to hell or not be acceptable by God or Jesus Christ. But God say he accept and forgive all people, no matter what race, no matter what, sex you are, what race you are. Like the scripture said, God said that you're supposed to love your neighbor as you do yourself. You know, so if God tell us we're supposed to love our neighbor as we do ourselves, you don't think God not gonna love us despite what flaws or what imperfection, no matter what sex or matter what race we are? You think he's not gonna love us because of who we are? No, he made us, he created man and woman, us human beings, pure. He gave his son for us. So he loves us no matter what we are, and he knows that we are sinful, or whatever we are, he accepts us as we are. So it's just human beings that don't accept people as they are. We
Right.
always judging somebody else because of who they are, when you should just accept somebody for who they are. And then I wanted to say something about Nike. If no one would have gave Nike any backlash, Nike would not said nothing about those shoes. Because listen, as a mother that grew up that had girls that played basketball, that was cheerleaders, we alter Nike shoes all the time. And if you even go online, you can see people that like do artwork, how they like maybe put like a downtown scenery or your
Yeah.
name on shoes and stuff. They
Yeah.
alter Nikes
Nike.
and sell them on the internet all the time. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
Nike
saying?
has
So
even they've even released shoes, because I remember I attended a YouTube Black conference for us Black creators in Atlanta like 2 years
mhm.
ago, and Nike gave us shoes, and like we could get them like spray painted, and they gave us like markers to like draw art on them. So they understand that people kind of do what they want to do with the shoes. And I think it was full free promotion for Nike, to be honest. The only thing that got tricky was people misunderstanding that Nike isn't directly involved, and they aren't releasing a shoe that has something to do with Satanism. So I understand Nike being upset, and I think the lawsuit is really just to get ahead of those articles and to let people see something that says, "Hey, look, don't hate us. We don't got nothing to do with this."
Right.
And I think
But
that's
other than
why they
that,
didn't come after Lil Nas X as well. Sorry.
right. But other than that, if he, like I said, like the young guy say, if it had been, if like you can listen to WAP, and Carly B had a pole on the stage, a stripper pole at the Grammys. She had a whole bed that she was in with another female. They was bumping and grinding, privates together, like what they was
Mhm.
doing. And you gonna tell me that's acceptable? And that was on TV, and they said the Grammys was gonna be kid friendly. I'm like, if I had little kids, none of them would have been watching that. So you have to be careful what you say. They contradict themselves, in society nowadays. Okay, this is acceptable because okay, it's acceptable between two females, but and they have that video, and like the young man said, that video, she is tongue kissing, open mouth, another female. Madonna got on stage and kissed. Who was it? Who was that? That she kissed on stage. It was two females she kissed at an award show on stage. I can't, was it, who was that? Britney Spears, and I forgot who the other girl was that she kissed. And that was
Right.
acceptable. You know what I'm saying? So like I say, if it was not a gay man that did that video, he would have been accepted. You know,
Right.
And,
I
and
understand.
like I said, Nicki, not Nicki Minaj, but it's all kind of videos with them twerking, they butts hanging out, and like you said, you can't even listen to the explicit version of WAP. It's so nasty. A lot of them songs are so nasty. You know what I'm saying? That they
Right.
sing even some of Chris Brown's songs. They is say stuff about women in it that's explicit. A lot of people make explicit songs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And say
Right.
raunchy and nasty stuff. And it's acceptable. You know what I'm saying? It's just because of it was him and what he represents that made it a big outlash about it when it's
Right.
not even I didn't think it was that serious. And then people say, oh well, he disflicted negatively about the Bible, but the Bible did say that, Adam and Eve was about involved with a serpent, and the devil was kicked out of heaven to earth, all that stuff happened. He just did it all himself and played all those parts. So it's not
Right.
like he was lying about what the Bible said happened, with that situation. It was just who was saying it and how he was saying it and how he was displaying it. They have a problem with, and
Right.
I think that's just not fair to and this society is so easy, like with Kirk Franklin. How many in black families where the parent be like, you know what, you talk to me like that, I'm gonna break your freaking neck. You know what I'm saying? You know how many times kids heard that coming up, you're gonna get your freaking neck broke. You know what I'm saying? So it was no big deal. Like when you disrespect your parents, like back in the day, that's how they talk. And Kirk Franklin
Right.
is one of them older people from back in the day, and that's how they actually got talked to, and that's how they talk. Now I didn't talk to my kids like that. You know what I'm saying? When my kids didn't act like that either. But if you sometimes you can't, like, if you talking above somebody and talking to them like nicely and calm, they don't respect that. Sometimes you had to get
Okay.
on people's level for them to understand you and respect what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Because he did not
Right.
play what he said to his dad to make his dad respond that way. We so easy to mind other people's business and say, oh, well, they did this, they did that. Like, if I don't do nothing but YouTube, so I don't have any social media, platforms. But social media is like a good thing and a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Because like so many people is in other people's business. If we didn't have social media, so many things would not be known about, or
Right.
because there's so many things that happened in the music industry back in the old days that like you don't know about till like Jaguar started exposing things. You know what I'm saying? That happened.
Right.
We might thought this and we might thought that, but you didn't see it and you didn't know it for sure. You know what I'm saying? Not till
Okay.
things got older and social media came about that we started seeing this and we started seeing that, about people. So, it's
Okay.
a good and a bad, but I just don't like how this world is so sensitive now and they take everything and they so quick to cancel somebody for being who they are. We
Right.
can't make somebody who
Well,
we want them to be.
well, Miss Lakers, I appreciate you calling. I gotta get out of here really soon, so
All
I want to
right,
get these
no
last
problem.
calls out. Thank you so much for sharing everything, how you felt.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. All right. Have a good night, Justin.
You too. Bye bye. All right, guys. I'm trying to get out of here within at 7 o'clock or 10 o'clock Eastern. So I'm gonna take these last couple of calls, and we'll be all done with this conversation. Hello, Evie.
Hey, Justin, I love your channel.
I thank you so much. I love you for watching.
Um, I do. I really enjoy you. No, I just wanted to say that I have no problem with people who, homosexuality, whatever. I don't have no problem with people choosing their lifestyle and everything like that. That's completely up to you. That's completely up to God. What, not you per se, but I'm just saying just in general, right? But I don't know, watching that video, it just kind of disturbed my soul a little bit. I think it's just I think it's just I think it's just a border. I think it's just a borderline with things. And it is a double standard when it comes to men and men and their sexuality and then women with their sexuality too, expressing themselves. I definitely think it is. But at the same time, when it comes to something like that, it was just a little bit demonic to me. I don't really see. I don't know. I don't really see the artistic side of it, and maybe I'm missing something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that there's two ways that the video could have been done. I feel like it was more of like a parody and very comical to the
Yeah.
whole like idea of Satan. He wasn't truly like worshiping and idolizing. And I could just tell there was a difference. It was just like, I know people will feel some kind of way about this. Like even his hair and everything, it was done okay, but I feel like he had flaws on purpose. Like the devil costume, it looked a little stupid. And I just think that was his way of saying like, don't take this too serious. This is me basically just saying, y'all said I was going to hell for being gay, and let me show y'all what that would look like. Like that's the
okay. I mean,
because we've seen some evil videos before. We could tell when a video is truly evil. We've seen those videos.
Yeah.
And I don't think this is one of those.
It definitely gave me like a Willy Wonka type vibe, or like you said, like a parody type of thing. I see that. It still made me uncomfortable, especially. I mean, even especially with the whole twerking on the. I was like, what in the hell is this? Like literally, but no. I mean, I get it. I'm open to him like expressing himself and everything like that. Again, no problem with people who choose that lifestyle, none whatsoever. But I think it's just kind of like a for me personally, I think it's a limit to expressions, and I think he should take into consideration the influence that he has. I think all of us should, just some certain things, certain boundaries or certain respects, but people boundaries and people respects are different. So at the end of the day, it's always going to be a disagreement somewhere along the lines, but nonetheless, I wouldn't personally watch it again, but I see everybody's opinion and I respect everybody's opinion. But
so
yeah, I ain't watching that
crap. Buy the shoe.
Hell no.
You didn't buy the shoe.
Throw them all away. No.
Well, thank you. Thank you for calling.
No problem. Thanks, Justin.
All right. I'll see you in the chat. Bye-bye. Hello, Travis. How are you?
I'm good. Hey, Justin. It's so nice to like talk to you. Hey.
Hi.
I just want to come on here and say, like, I'm just so happy I live in a world where something like Pulse can exist, Saucy Santana can exist, you can exist, like me can exist, and like I can see it and realize that this is real. People are like this and they can do whatever they want. And like, there's some backlash, but like his likes, are way more than his dislike. He's doing good. People are changing. The time is changing. And I think there's always that one person that like for every, like, how do I say this, suppressed group, there's that one person or that one individual that steps out and takes the blow for, that group, for them to like basically grow and like, become normal in a way, if that makes sense. So I think that's what's happening now. But years from now, we'll look back at this and people are going to say, oh, all the backlash she was getting was so ridiculous and stuff like it's going to come to that. But, right now, I'm just enjoying all of everything that I'm seeing with my LGBTQ, like people, everything. And I love it.
Thank you for that. I agree that we'll look back on this. Unfortunately, a lot of people are saying like, oh, they feel like this is the beginning of him spiraling. But as a person who's been through where he's at and have wanted to have this kind of impact, I don't believe the direction he's going is a negative one. I think the negative one is when people harm themselves, when you wonder where people are and like people have all these other issues. Those are the people you should be worried about, not people who are finally saying, hey, look, this is who I am. I'm not going to be a prisoner, hating myself, sentencing my own self to hell because people, have given me this destiny. I think it's the opposite. And I can't wait to see where he goes next. And, I think he should shy away from, dealing with human blood and shoes, but Other than that, I think he's on a pretty good path.
I think it's a good thing that's happening now. It looks crazy and chaotic, but I think there's a movement happening for the LGBT community, and like something like this was going to happen regardless, something like this so explosive. But eventually, this will pave the way for something else. Something, I hate to use the word normal, but something.
Right. Well, I understand where you're coming from. Thanks so much for calling, Travis. It's exciting to get to talk to you guys for the first time. So
I know, I love this type of shit. I mean, I love this type of stuff.
And I'm sorry to be in a rush. I just made plans for something after this. So
yeah, I know. That's why I was trying to rush you to say everything I was saying, because I know you have to go. So.
No worries. No problem. Thank you. Bye-bye. All right, guys. I have one more caller. I'm a little nervous about this username. So I'm going to add them, but I'm going to have my finger on the trigger in case they're a troll. Hello? Hello? The damn clown? Hello? Okay, so I was nervous to answer that, but I don't know if that person is there anymore. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know that we discussed Lil Nas X a little bit on yesterday, but I wanted to come back today and discuss the lawsuit that has happened because of the shoes. I wanted to also discuss Nike putting out a statement pretty much saying, child, we ain't got nothing to do with these shoes. And we sending cease and desist out for them messing with our trademark. And I just wanted to cover, some more of Lil Nas's trolling and his shenanigans. And I just think that this is a really interesting topic. And I think that we should continue to stream Monero, Call Me By Your Name by Lil Nas X. Thank you guys again so much. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you, Sharon, for your super chat. I didn't get to say it. I was on the line with one of our callers, but I appreciate everyone who has super chatted. Sherry Shines, I saw your Cash App. I appreciate that. If you guys want to support the channel, you can always just show up and like this video. That's always good enough for me. But for people who want to go the extra mile, I appreciate it. For you Cash App and Justin Diego and super chatting here on YouTube is always helpful as well. Thanks again, guys. I appreciate you tuning in for this video. I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks so much for tuning into this binge-worthy discussion. I want to shout out everyone who called in tonight and everyone who joined in on this conversation in their own way. I really feel so good about our discussion, and I cannot wait to do it again sometime really, really soon. And I definitely want to give a very special thank you to everyone who sent super stickers or super chats tonight. And shout out to all of y'all who became members so that y'all could use some of these emojis, and be official. All right, thank you guys again for watching this video. I will see you on the next one.